Isla, Alba Fyre. You guys started the year, ended 2022 and kind of carried into the beginning of the year. You were fighting.
Yeah.
Now you guys are getting along, your teammates. What makes you guys the ideal teammates now?
We've been through a lot together. You can say that. We've been through a lot together, whether it was NXT UK or over here.
Yeah. We've been in the trenches together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been through it, and since being put together, I feel like everything's just really clicked. Everything's working. We're having a laugh. We're having fun while doing this. So I would really like to just keep going and see how far we can go with
And
this.
I feel like because we have came through a lot of wrestling together, we've known each other for years. We've done NXT UK together. We're both two foreigners in America together.
Yeah.
Like we have very similar paths, and we've got very similar like minds and similar upbringings, and like so I just feel like everything's very
Scheme
aligned.
wins. Scheme wins. Yep.
Okay, so it wasn't too hard to get along. You have a lot of things.
It took a wee minute.
Took a minute.
Once it happened, it was like,
Somebody had an ulterior motive apparently, but
Okay. So you also have a pretty unique presentation. How do you feel like you can sort of ramp it up and bring it to another level in the coming months?
well, we can't tell you that because then we'll be giving away all our secrets.
I feel like it's
Okay,
just a
do you have
natural.
an idea?
We do have
There's
loads
a
of
yes or
ideas. We have loads of ideas. Like we've got a book now with a bunch of different, whether it's promo ideas or whether it's looks or things to go into in the future.
I feel like as well, it's just such a like natural thing that seems to be like we're putting in a lot of effort, but everything like feels really easy and it feels as if it falls in place. I don't feel like we need to be like, how do we reinvent? What do we do? Like it feels just like it's quite a natural. Like we'll chat about stuff and we're like, sick. Like
I
and
actually
it
think
just
we've got too many ideas.
it was
just
like
pops out, so we write them all down. But it's like we're never going to get a chance to go through and hit all those points, but at least we've got them.
Yeah.
I usually do a watch list feature. I'll ask for match recommendation picks. You guys obviously both just said you have a history with each other. So was there maybe a match or a moment that you really saw each other's work? I'll ask you for Isla and vice versa. Was there a match or maybe a moment that you saw from each other that you were like, oh man, we can really have something solid? Whether it was, you saw it while you guys were in NXT or somewhere along
like wrestling each other or other people,
or just her in a match that you were a spectator for.
Well, like, cause we were literally talking about this, but like, Tony Storm, Piper Niven, Alba, formerly known as Kaylee Ray from NXT UK. That the triple threat they had was, I remember the people that were on that takeover all went to takeover, and we were doing an NXT UK taping like the week after. So we never went to takeover, and I was in the car and we were on the way to go to the hotel to like go to the training camp, whatever. And I remember watching the pay-per-view on my phone in that match, and I was like, they've just stole the show. I was like, they're just so good. Like everything they done was just the story and the athleticism and like everything was just perfect. So like that, like I've always been like, I've looked up to Alba.
Always looked at each other, but there's that certain
was
moments
like that's
with you.
one that always sticks in my mind as like one of my favourite Alba matches.
Yeah, I really enjoyed yours with Mako. And then even just a little one of like, I feel like over the past few years, like you've always been good, but the past few years, mate, you've just solidified yourself. And when I was standing ringside for your match with Tatum, that is when I was like, wow, we can run with this. And it was just such a simple wee match, but you hit every point and you were just so confident in it, and that like your confidence has shot up, and I think that's really helped. So thanks.
All right, nice little heart.
Give the wee moment there.
All right, my last question. You guys both have history with NXT UK.
Yep.
Yeah.
NXT Europe is in the pipeline. Thoughts on what you want to see from it as far as the opportunity that you had yourselves from NXT UK, how it can be bigger for future talent that will work there?
Like that you just said, you touched on it earlier, like where it was such a stepping point for us. Not just, I don't want to say it was like a stepping stone as if it didn't matter, because it did.
But it was a launching pad.
It was a launching pad, and we put everything into that to try and make it as good as possible. I just hope the next people to go and do it are going to do the same.
And I hope we get some returns as well.
Yes.
Like NXT UK, a lot of really talented people sadly got released, and I hope they get the opportunity because they are great at what they do, and like they deserve a platform. So hopefully we get a few returns